Hey everyone, welcome to episode 99 of the Super Review Show's Mixed Bag, coming to you live once again from the J Cave. I am joined by my good man, Bill Murphy.
What's going on, folks?
Woo!
99.
99. You know what that means next week, bud? That means, guess what? We the best podcast.
Best podcast. And since it's that decade, we're talking about we the best music.
DJ Khaled. Don't sue us. It's just how you do your job.
Speaking of number 99.
Yes, representing the Yankees tonight. Congrats to Aaron Judge, of course. Seriously, for breaking Roger Maris's record. For those of you who don't know, we are in New York, and we are congratulating Aaron Judge for breaking the all-time American League record for the New York Yankees. Heck to the yeah, guys. Come on.
And just real quick before we get down to business, and plus I'd rather talk about that than what we have to talk about tonight. Trust me.
Yes.
Do we have to? Can we talk about how much of a great time we had the Killers concert? I think the folks want to hear that.
So Bill and I, for those of you who don't know, Bill and I,
99 and 62 is the Yankees record right now, and yesterday number 99 hit number 62.
Yes, that is 100% true, and we watched it happen on live TV. So
yeah. Okay. So what were you say? Wouldn't the folks rather hear us talk about how much of a good time we had at the Killers concert last week? I think the good folks would rather hear about that.
So full disclosure, everyone. Bill and I, and Bill's brother Dan, he's a big fan of us. We all saw the Killers this past Friday night at Madison Square Garden, and we had a wonderful time. It was a beautiful, beautiful occasion for many of us. And Bill, what happened?
It was a great show.
It was an awesome show. I am a little pissed that Bruce Springsteen did not show up at my show, but he showed up at the next show. I was a little pissed off, but that's okay.
You know who was actually at the next show?
Who?
Dr. Matt Hemsley's sister.
Dr. Matt Hemsley, your sister's one lucky lady right there. I mean, I've seen it happen before with other shows when Bruce Springsteen's come out, but they would have been like they did a song with him, whatever. Right? It was great. They just didn't do it with him at that night, but that's okay. It's okay, everyone. We're all
you were hoping for it. I remember you even had your Bruce Springsteen shirt on.
I had my Bruce Springsteen Born to Run shirt underneath my Killers t-shirt that I got that night. I was so excited. But it was awesome. And full disclosure, we're going to dedicate tonight's show to the wonderful ladies who are sitting in my section and all around the garden. If you have not been to a Killers show, there's a lot of women at that show. Just like
there is.
Bill is single. I have a girlfriend, but we were just stating the facts. It's the Killers and Bon Jovi.
Ollie, don't kill him. I promise.
Yeah, please don't. It's just the truth, though. If
he was behaving himself, I texted him throughout the show to make sure he was behaving himself.
Yes, he did. But don't we want to dedicate it to all the women who go to Bon Jovi shows and the Killer shows. Just saying.
This is for all the hot chicks.
This is for all you ladies out there.
This is all for you lovely women out there.
Yes. But Bill, what is tonight's topic for our 99th episode of Mixed Bag?
Do we have to?
Yes. It's to wrap up our entire segment here. We're talking about
the 2010s.
Music Through the Decades, Part 6, the 2010s. So for music from 2000,
talk about this today, folks. We're sorry.
Listen, we literally decided to do this a week before our 100th show, because I said several weeks back, why don't we do like a part 1 through 6 or 1 through 5? Let that carry us over until we get to the 100th.
I was hesitant at first.
He was hesitant, but now we got it working. That's okay. We're all here now. We're all here in fun games. And but yeah, tonight we're going to be talking about the 2010s music from that decade in particular. So there was a lot of pop music. There was a lot of rock music. There was a lot of hip hop. We're going to delve into just the big hitting heavy hitter ones tonight. And Bill and I have decided to just talk about a group that formed in 2010, but they made it really, really, really big in 2012 with their debut album, Night Visions. And of course, we're talking tonight about Imagine Dragons. Bill, this is Bill's forte right here. Bill, why don't you go off first?
Okay. But Imagine Dragons will always hold a special place in my heart.
Yep.
And the reason being is because they were actually my first concert.
Awesome. Okay.
I remember the date too.
What was it, Bill?
March 1st, 2014, at the Mohegan Sun Arena.
Wow. A little while ago, but yes, go on.
In New Canesville, Connecticut. I think that's how you say it.
I don't know how it's said, but whatever.
All you lovely folks in the great state of Connecticut, you know how you say that. So
yes, of course.
I apologize for butchering. But anyway, they sort of that 2010s, type,
Pop rock
music. It was they really got big in 2013 with, of course, their big hits known as Radioactive, whoa, I'm radioactive.
That was a big hit. It broke a record at the time for one of the biggest singles ever to chart the Hot 100. It lasted longer than Jason Mraz's "I'm Yours" in the Hot 100. It lasted for 87 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100.
You know what? I have to say this. You know who that's a favorite song of?
Who?
"I'm Yours." Go ahead, take a wild guess.
Is it Justin Favaro? Or is it Dr. Matt Hemsley?
It's Dr. Matt Hemsley.
I tried.
It's Dr. Hemsley. Anyway, but no, Imagine Dragons. I first heard them, actually, my brother actually introduced me to them.
Uh-huh.
And he said, yeah, there's this band. They're called Imagine Dragons. And it was when that song Radioactive was just blowing up on the station, the radio station. He's like, yeah, there's this new band. They're called Imagine Dragons. Well, new-ish.
Yeah.
But I started really getting into them, and they're a nice pop rock band.
Mm-hmm.
They have a nice, and I think that's how best you would describe their sound, pop rock. Is that right?
I would say so. I mean, a pop rock, alternative rock, that's probably my wheelhouse with that, I would say.
Yep. And yeah, so I really like, and also a lot of their other songs. We got to talk about their other songs besides Radioactive.
Of course. They have plenty of other great songs too.
I really love It's Time.
Oh, that's a great one.
It's time to begin. Is it in?
I love that one.
I'm never changing who I am. On Top of the World.
I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh?
When I went to go see them in concert, my first concert, I remember when they played that song, they had these big balls of confetti. Get your minds out of the gutter. Balls of confetti just dropped through the ceiling and they just popped open. And they just popped open. And it was just all over the place. It was great. I would say On Top of the World is probably my favorite Imagine Dragons song. I don't know. I'll give you the list in a minute. But what I also like is what's it called?
Thunder?
Demons.
Oh, Demons is good too. Yeah.
No, but if you move on to, but now Thunder's really good.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah.
Thunder, hear the thunder.
Lightning and the thunder.
But when I went to go see their first concert, them as my first concert, I was really starting to like a lot of their earlier stuff, like their pre-Radioactive stuff too.
Yeah.
Like there's a song, it's called Tiptoe.
Oh, yep. I know that one.
I never know we're coming. Hey, yeah. Tiptoe higher. Brace yourself. Stick your head with your head down low. Yeah. Tiptoe higher. Because JT, nobody else could take me higher. Nobody else.
Woo! Bill's on fire tonight, kids.
That is a good song. And I don't care what anyone else says.
Exactly.
And also another very underrated song by Imagine Dragons. It's called The River.
That's actually a really good one, too. Yeah.
You go, I bathed in the river for everyone else, but for everyone but myself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And, there was a song called Fallen. Yeah, some religious themes here because Dan Reynolds, and I don't know if the rest of the band is, but Dan Reynolds is a Mormon.
Yeah, I mean, well, it doesn't Vegas have a big Mormon?
Nevada's near Utah, so
right, of course.
Big geography with Bill.
Geography with Bill.
Yeah, but anyway, but no, it's so weird because we talked about this last week. How a lot of these alternative bands, their lead singers are Mormon. Brendan Flowers of the Killers, Brendan Urie from Panic at the Disco. You said he's Mormon, right?
Yes, as far as I know, yep.
And the guy from Neon Trees, the lead singer, the guy goes, everybody talks too much. He's Mormon. That guy. So, yeah, I don't know what causes Mormons to get into alternative rock. I really don't know. But once you think about it, and, I was thinking about this last week with the Killers and even with Imagine Dragons, with both of those bands, once you think about it, dude, their music is relatively clean.
And what do you mean by clean? Like sound-wise or lyric?
Not a lot of swearing, not a lot of...
Oh, yeah, no, that actually is a very true point, actually. I mean,
bands like Killers and Imagine Dragons, like...
There's no explicit language.
There's not a lot of swearing. There's not a lot of sexual content.
It's very clean for the most part.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not like oh God, it's not more... It's not more like heavy driven, like sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It's more like pop rock in a sense, but the alternative rock part does play into them. So,
you know what song when I saw them, what song they actually closed with? Not Radioactive. That was the second to last song. They actually closed with a song called, and I think it's very perfect to end this show with. There's nothing left to say.
Oh yeah, that's
actually there's nothing left to say now.
That's a good one.
I think that's a good one to end the show because there's
nothing left to say.
Because there's nothing left to say. There's nothing left to say now.
Exactly. So
there's nothing left to say. It's the end of the show. Thank you. Good night. But yeah, but you know what? First, I actually want to dedicate this segment to my very dear friend, Miss Allie Wiener, because she is a big Imagine Dragons fan. We all remember Miss Allie. She's made a few appearances, and she might be here next week.
Yes, we'll have to see, of course, but yes.
And the mysterious woman I may or may not marry in Vegas.
Oh, boy.
Anyway. Yeah, but I have
Dragons.
But I have those because I have a very dear friend of mine who hates Imagine Dragons.
Oh, really? Okay.
My friend, you remember my friend Vinny?
Yep, not your cousin Vinny? That's a bad joke. Sorry.
No, I do not have a cousin named Vinny.
It was a joke, Phil. Because the movie.
I know.
Sorry, I had to. Anyways, but Vinny doesn't like him?
No, he doesn't like them. And I have another friend who said that Imagine Dragons has basically become American Nickelback.
I mean, they're pretty popular, though,
Yeah, but you know what? Have you noticed I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm too crazy about their newer stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Enemy came out, and it's like, oh, wow, but outside of that, they've got, Follow You, Bones. The whole Mercury Act stuff it's good for what it is, but to me, it's like their fourth or fifth album. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I don't know. I just haven't been too crazy about their newer stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
like it.
No, of course, it's just it's changing.
And
they're evolving.
Is change relatively good, or?
I mean, don't bands need to evolve into other things too? If you think about it.
once you think about it, you're right.
So, I mean, and someone once said that Imagine Dragons was the biggest rock act to emerge in 2011 or 12. I mean, they are huge. They just sold out a stadium. I forget what the stadium was called, but in Vegas, they sold out a huge stadium. Huge
Allegiant Stadium?
That's what it was. Yes. They just sold that out. So, yes, it's Vegas. Yes, it's their home territory, but at the same time, it's like you forget how big artists get so quickly nowadays, and we'll talk about that too when we get to a couple of artists as well. So, but Imagine Dragons. I mean, I like them.
They're still helping rock hold on. Once you think about it,
Bill, do not get me started. Rock is not dead. Just saying. It's really not.
Tell me rock is dead.
Well, can I share with you my argument for that?
You may.
Okay. So, full disclosure, I know we're getting off a quick side tangent, but we're going to go through some other stuff in a second. But
rock tangents are fun.
Yes. The argument that's saying that rock is dead is people under the assumption that like it's not the mainstream. So it might not be the mainstream popularity, but by saying it's dead, what you're saying, if you really think about it and break it down, is that shows, rock acts in general, whether it be the Killers, it could be Metallica, it could be U2, it could be any of the old classic rock artists, it could be the Foo Fighters, it could be whatever, Def Leppard. So you're saying that no one goes to those shows, no one's listening to that music, and no one is supporting those types of bands anymore, period. That is by default dead, meaning inactive. That's the argument that I hear. And when I hear that, I'm like, well, just because something doesn't chart in the Hot 100 anymore doesn't mean it's dead. Like, for instance, I'll give you an example. The Killers, we just saw the Killers at Madison Square Garden. Every single night.
They sold out Madison Square Garden, folks.
Yeah, they've been around for they've been around for 20 years. But the fact that they can still sell out, even though they're a relatively young act, that just shows how people are drawn to this music. I mean, I didn't tell this part, Bill. I was sitting next to a guy at the Killers show, where he followed them on this tour. So
yeah, I think he told me this. Like, and they were just getting ready to go to Boston,
and they literally were taking the train up to Boston to see him in Boston too. They literally followed them from Chicago to New York, and then he said, "I have friends that saw them in Tennessee." So, for the people who say that rock is dead, I'd like to point out that you're wrong, and simply say that by saying that it's dead, meaning that no one goes to the My Chemical Romance tour that's happening, and it's a huge success. No one's going to that, right? But right, Bill? No one's going to see it.
No one's going to that. Well, a very dear friend of mine actually just saw them in concert.
Exactly my point. No one's going to see Green Day anymore on whenever they tour, and sold out everywhere they go. No one's going to see Motley Crue, Metallica, Def Leppard, Bruce Springsteen, U2, Journey. Rock is dead. No one cares. No one goes to the shows anymore. No one supports the music. There's no monthly listeners on Spotify. It's all dead. By saying you're dead, that's what you mean. So rock is not dead. It's just not the center of the cultural moment as it was.
Hey, JT, it's me, typical 2010s frat guy with a sideways hat. I just want to say, rock is totally dead. We listen to EDM now. That's real freaking music. Music that's made by machines that we get drunk and have the best sex ever to. And we take so much ecstasy when we listen to it, man. It's awesome. So rock is dead. EDM is so alive.
Thank you for playing the stereotypical idiot, Bill.
I'm sorry. Was that my friend sideways hat 2010 frat guy?
That was that guy. Yeah, but yeah.
I hate that guy. I really do. He's an idiot.
He's an idiot. But like,
I locked my door. He's not coming back.
Good. Well, my point is, ladies, we're gonna get to other artists in a second too that are not just rock artists, but like, there's other. Just because it's not the center of the cultural moment, like. Hello, I mean, you can like it or hate it, but Machine Gun Kelly's past 2 records were pop punk, Bloody Valentine, and they charted the Hot 100. Yeah, so take that, all you naysayers.
Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly. I'm sure we'll talk about him because he went through a big style change.
Yeah, well, His first pop punk album was in 2020, so that's we won't really touch on that, but still, you know what I mean. But bottom line, rock is not dead. It's just not the center, at least in the United States. If you look up the mainstream music, the mainstream music in Australia, South America, and Europe, it's rock and roll music, regardless of how old it is or how new it is. It's all rock and roll. A band like The Killers can sell it anywhere in Europe. A band like Muse can sell it anywhere in Europe, South America, even parts of Asia. Bryan Adams is the same way. So in the United States, it's like I feel like the rest of the world is looking at the U.S. saying, "You guys are idiots by listening to Drake." That's the way I look at that. So,
but that's the motto, JT. That yo, that's the motto. That's the motto.
But that's my point. Is that like I feel like the United. We're going off on a big tangent. Forgive me, but I feel like the U.S. is looked at as oh, how could they let rock and roll slip? But in reality, 2/3 of their audiences are across the planet, like Australia, South America, like the Rock in Rio and like Brazil. There's 150,000 people there to see Red Hot Chili Peppers. Come on, rock is dead, right? Yeah, totally. It's dead. It's dead, right? That would mean that the music, no one listens to the music. No one is supporting the music. No one's buying it. Nothing's charting on the Billboard 200. Imagine Dragons has had their past 4 or 5 albums chart number 1. Green Day, Blink-182. These are all bands. Red Hot Chili Peppers, same thing.
We got other stuff to get to, but before we get to that, anything you'd have to say to my friend who just left back, sideways hat, 2010 frat guy?
Yes.
What would you like to say to him?
Get off my show. You're not invited. Not you, but your friend.
Yeah, my friend who, don't worry, my door is locked. He's not coming back.
So bottom line, rock is not dead. It's just not the center of the cultural moment right now. It could come back at any given point in the U.S., but still. So to all our listeners across the globe, we love you. Go support that rock and roll music. Drums, bass, guitar, and vocals. Drums, bass, guitar, and vocals, kids. And maybe the piano too. Who knows? Anyways, I digress.
To talk about.
Let's jump over to another artist. We're just gonna jump around tonight, low key. Ed Sheeran.
Oh, I really like him.
I really respect the hell out of this man. Ed Sheeran is. You want to go first?
Yeah, you could start since I started the last time.
All right. So Ed Sheeran is an artist. Truthfully, I really like. I mean, he's coming. He's touring next year in 2023. I spoke to my family about this, and they were like, "Oh, maybe." They're like, "We would love to go see Ed Sheeran." I'm like, "Oh, cool." And I looked at where he was playing. He's playing stadiums across the U.S.
Oh, I would love to see him. I would love to go see him.
I'm not going to disclose what my job is, but Bill, I'll see if I can get you a ticket for free. With you know what? So
you the man, JT.
I'm not saying what I do on air, but still. So, anyways.
And I just want to say, no, it's not anything illegal.
No, I don't do anything illegal. Don't worry. I'm not like I'm not doing anything stupid or illegal or whatever. So, and not at all. But look, Ed Sheeran, one of the biggest, most success stories of the 2010s. I mean, it's funny. They found him by doing like file sharing. And the record company picked up, hey, this guy should be good. We want to make you a star. And it's funny. He said something. This is before he got famous. He basically said, look, they said, hey, look, we'll sign you for $5 million. That's a lot of money. He said, I've already made $10 million on my own selling my own music before he got signed by a record label. So come at me with a bigger number. And they're like, okay, I don't know the number, but they said like, how does XYZ sound? They're like, okay, sure. Now he's on a record label. Now he's producing music and stuff like that. The dude is a really talented guitarist. I feel like he brought the guitar back into the mainstream a little bit instead of stupid computers doing the stupid EDM bullshit. I think that Ed Sheeran is really doing a good job of bringing the guitar back into the fold. He writes things on the guitar. And then he'll play it live and stuff. It's very. He has a band too, apparently. Like I follow him on Instagram, on our Super Review Show Instagram.
Which you should follow us on.
You should follow us on there. I do plenty of postings on there on our story feed as well. So check us out there. But Ed is coming. He's touring next year. And I got to tell you guys, like I said, aside from his greatness, he actually has a band that plays really well with him too. So, and he's not one of these people when he goes to the stadium, he doesn't sound like 3/4. He'll go into the middle and the whole 50 or 60,000 people will be around him. That's pretty cool. So, but he literally came out of nowhere, which is great. He's like the way that Billie Eilish was found as well. She was on SoundCloud and they gave her a career too. So, which is crazy as well. We'll talk about her. Well, I'll talk about her. So,
yeah. Well, you know what? With Ed Sheeran, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
It took me a little while to grow on him, to grow on me.
I mean, in modern, I'm just gonna say modern music in general. As someone who was raised literally listening to Chuck Berry and the Beach Boys, and Elvis Presley, and then gradually going up as time went on, it's a lot. But modern music is around me physically now. But yeah, it's hard to get into modern music for me. But go on.
But you want to? No, I'll say it. No, dude, I was the same way. Like when I was mainly in like end of middle school, throughout high school, I only listen to classic rock. I don't listen to Beyonce. I don't listen to Jay-Z.
Yep.
I don't listen to what are the big artists was popular. I don't listen to that crap.
No, neither did I.
But then, you know what, folks? I'm about to teach you a very important lesson.
Lay them on him, Bill.
If you cut yourself off to other types of music, you're doing a real big disservice to yourself.
Yes, 100% agreed.
You're doing a really big disservice to yourself. And I'm like thinking, but like with like a lot of the bands that we, like Imagine Dragons, my brother got me on.
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran, I got onto him when I was in college, when like the first song I really liked by him was a song called
was Thinking Out Loud.
No, it was a song called Photograph.
Oh, I like that one a lot. Yeah, it's good.
You can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans, holding me closer till our eyes meet. Because I had heard that song a lot, and the reason why I really like that song is I was at a dorm talent show and some guy was playing that song. I'm like, I heard that song before. Someone was, oh, that's Photograph. I had Sheeran. I'm like, oh, maybe I need to give it another listen, because I just was turned off from Ed Sheeran for a little bit. Like, oh my God, this pretty boy, redhead kid from England, shut up.
Right.
But then when I started listening, like, his music is actually really good. Thinking Out Loud, I'll be honest, I can take or leave.
Is it overrated?
I think it's slightly over. I don't think it's a terrible song. Like, it's not like if you put it on, I'm going to go into a murderous rage.
No, of course not.
I can take it or leave it. Perfect is okay. Perfect is not perfect. See what I did there?
Oh, you're a good man, Bill. That was pretty good.
Yeah. I really also like Castle on the Hill.
That's a great song. Even Galway Girl.
Galway Girl is extremely underrated, and I blast that song every St. Patrick's Day. And guess if I have any regrets?
Do you have any regrets?
Absolutely fucking not.
Hell yeah, buddy.
You played a fiddle in an Irish band, but you fell in love with an Englishman. Kissed her on the neck, and then I took her by the hand. Baby, I just want to dance. I met her on Broadbent Street outside. Okay, you all know the song, and I don't want to get hit with
YouTube.
copyright.
Don't sue us.
What was that?
YouTube, don't sue us.
Oh, that's a headline. Ed Sheeran sues random guy.
Ed Sheeran sues a random guy.
No, not just any random guy. He sues Bill.
The Super Review Show, Bill.
But anyway, and some of his newer stuff I've really been liking.
Bad Habits is great.
I really like Bad Habits.
And what's the other one? Outside of Shape of You, which was everywhere.
I really like this song. My probably new favorite Ed Sheeran song is probably Shivers.
That's a good one too. I like that one a lot. Yeah.
We're gonna dance till the sunlight cracks. I really like Shivers. Good song. And
He's fantastic. Yeah, that's a good one.
I really like Ed. I really do like Ed Sheeran. It's like I used to be, I don't want to hear this guy ever again. To he's okay. To I kind of like him. To I actually do consider myself a fan.
Yeah. I want to see him. He's on my list of people to see.
I want to see him too. You thinking what I'm thinking?
Let's go together.
We're going. Anyway,
Yes.
I really yeah, but you know what? Like I said that lesson, like what I said when I was first saying, I'm just Ed Sheeran, just anything, just when I just totally just shut myself off and just listen to classic rock. Classic rock's great. No, don't get me wrong, but
It is.
my lesson to you folks is don't cut yourself off from other types of music because you're just doing a big disservice to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, the beautiful thing about music in general is that it's all subjective and there's so much of it out there.
If you just limit yourself to one type of music,
yeah,
again, you're really not doing anything for yourself.
I mean, I applaud people who are like, "Oh, I love the jazz stuff. I love blues." Like, good for you, man, because it's really good stuff too. But yeah,
yeah, but
even
like
Super
if you
Mario
just sit around and listen to EDM like my friend.
Oh, yeah.
I told you if you actually studied instead of listening to EDM, you'd have to cheat off my test in college, asshole. Sorry, we have a lot of gripes.
I'm sorry. Bill is arguing with his alter ego self. That's not really good right now. So
yeah, I'm sorry. I hope you all don't think I'm crazy.
No, you're doing fine. You're doing fine.
Anyway,
but Edge, bottom line, what's up?
But yeah, expose yourself to other types of music. That's my main lesson. It's like I said, it took me a while to start listening to other types of music. Like, and I hate to go back to last week with the Killers. Like when I've heard the band before, but then when I heard Mr. Price, I know this song. And then I started listening to other things. But Ed Sheeran, though, I really freaking love him. And
he's so good.
He's actually represented by the company that represents Elton John, or Elton John rubs that Elton John.
Like the record company that Elton John is part of?
Elton John has a representation firm, I think.
Okay.
And that firm represents Ed Sheeran.
Oh, okay, cool. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, and they're actually good friends.
Yeah, they did a whole Christmas song together.
Is Elton John friends with everybody?
Elton John is just friends with everyone nowadays.
He's friends with everyone. I think he's
Elton John.
Except Madonna, but nobody's friends with Madonna nowadays anyway. So,
no, not at all. So,
but anyway,
but Ed Sheeran he's doing good.
Yeah,
we're proud of him.
Yeah. Good for you, Ed.
Good job,
going.
Ed.
Keep going. We hope to see you next year.
Yes, we hope to see you, Ed Sheeran. If you could give us tickets, you could reach us at 1-800-GOT-BILL.
Got Bill.
And you could DM us at the Super Review Show. Or email us at thesuperreviewshow@gmail.com. Just email us to like 10 tickets, call it a day. Just saying.
Wait, 10 tickets?
Yeah.
Who are we going to take?
Well, you're part of that group. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's going to be us two. And who else?
My family.
Okay, your family. And you know what else we got? Okay, what do you say? We got to include Molly.
Yes, we got to include
Molly. You know who else we got to include?
Who?
We got to include Dr.
Matt Hemsley.
We have to include him. He's Dr. Matt Hemsley.
Hopefully he comes on next week for our 100th show. Just saying.
I hope he can.
I hope he can too.
Yeah, but we don't know. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. We'll see.
We'll have to see. But yeah, bottom line, Ed Sheeran, great singer-songwriter, great guitarist. He truly is a modern day treasure. He's really talented lyricist too. His lyrics are great. Oh God, memes. Let's see. No Ed Sheeran memes. I'm just kidding.
Oh, Ed Sheeran memes are fun.
All right. How could we be demised to not talk about this person who, by the way, just want to put this out there, everyone, has put out 5 albums, has 4 albums out since her last tour, and is putting out a 5th one next in the coming weeks. That is Taylor Swift.
And he is not afraid to say that.
No, I am not afraid. So Taylor Swift, ladies and gents, is All right. If we're gonna be brutally honest with you guys, I am actually a big. I would not say I'm a Swiftie, but I'm a fan. As I love Metallica to death, but if I need to shake myself silly, yes, I said silly. If I'm gonna shake it off, I'm gonna shake it off. If you know what I mean.
I've shook it off before too.
I've done it in private, and I don't care. So just that's me. Taylor Swift was a megastar towards the end of the 2000s into the 2010s with "We're Never Getting Back Together," "Shake It Off." I'm forgetting it. "Style." Good God, I love "Style." It's such a great song. "Lover," "You Need to Calm Down." Like she is
calm down.
Yeah, she's a really talented. I would say she's gonna be around for the next 20 years. I would say she's been on for this long so far. She's still massively popular. I guarantee you, she's going to be around for a long time in the music industry. She's not in it to win it. She's in it to be a success story, a legend. And yes, she released 2 albums during quarantine, called "Folklore" and "Evermore." A lot of people were like surprised at that. Like, I know I'm not going to say who it is, but someone I know was like, "This sucks. It's a terrible record. 2 terrible albums." I'm like, look, I know you're not a fan. What I want to say to this person is this. I know you're a huge Taylor Swift fan. I know you're not a fan of that style of music, like of folk rock or folk guitar playing. Like the songs were heavily influenced by Bob Dylan, believe it, on "Folklore" and "Evermore." Yeah, that's a contemporary pop singer, adult, whatever, right? She learned from Bob Dylan, and she learned from Bruce Springsteen to an extent on some of those records, some of those earlier records that they put out. She learned from them and said, "You know what? I'm gonna make an album, and I'm gonna drop it, and the world's gonna accept it or hate it." She's got guts for releasing "Folklore" and "Evermore." "Folklore" and "Evermore," like there's some really, it's a completely different style than her pop songs. Like "Shake It Off," and she went from "Shake It Off" to like "Evermore" and "Folklore" stuff. It's crazy. So they were, but if you go back and look up the information about how she recorded it, and I know some people are gonna say to this, "Who the hell is this person?" If you go back and listen to Bob Dylan, that was a huge influence on her for those 2 records during quarantine. That's why I think my friend, like, because he's not a Bob. I mean, I like Bob Dylan.
You know my thoughts on Mr. Dylan.
Yeah, overrated, I know. But and his voice, if you can get past his voice and you can get past some of the way, like his sounds, if you get past that and understand some of his lyrics, that's what she was going for with those 2 records. She was going for, and there are some people who hate Bob Dylan. There's some people who love Bob Dylan. There's some people who hate Taylor Swift. There's some people who love Taylor Swift. But the point I'm trying to make is that she took time out of her quarantine life to make 2 records that sounded like a folk album, and it was a huge critical acclaim. Fans were like, "Oh my God," not all fans, but most of the fans were like, "Oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever." Like people were flipping out over it. The stuff was charting, and it brought a lot of that stuff back to the mainstream and showed how a name like her could still do something like that. And it really showed her creative side more than anything else. And I think she's going to be around for a long time. So,
yeah.
Bill, do you have a favorite Taylor Swift song?
That is a good question.
I think it's "Shake It Off." Just saying.
I've had fun memories with that song.
Brought his new girl. Sorry, anyways, go ahead.
And it included, and yes, folks, it involved alcohol.
Oh, that made it even better.
Yeah, but anywho, I really do like "You Need to Calm Down."
Yeah, it's a good one.
Calm down. You're getting much too loud. You know what? Okay, I'll be honest. This song, I'm gonna say, when it came out, I freaking hated that song. This song, but now it's kind of grown on me. "You Belong With Me."
Really, that was like her first big single.
I hated that song when it came out.
Yeah, me too.
Because I was in my closed-minded, I only listen to classic rock phase.
Me too.
I had a lot of weird phases.
Yeah.
We all did. But anyway, but I really did like I really do like a Love Story.
That was a big hit. That was a bit. I don't even want to sing it because otherwise we'll all know the words immediately. So
yeah, but you know what? It's yeah. Here's your entertainment tonight, folks. Two grown men talking about Taylor Swift.
Yes, and then Trainwreck as well because we're gonna talk about that too, right? No, I'm just kidding. It's a great movie, but anyways,
no, it's a guilty pleasure of mine.
So funny.
Yeah, but I actually do like her.
Yeah, me too.
And you know what? Not just her music; she just seems so nice.
Yeah, I mean, some people are like, "Oh, she's ugly," or "Oh, she's."
I think she's pretty cute.
Yeah, she's Taylor Swift, so. But she's definitely got the brains of being a musician as well. She's an artist first and foremost, which I respect truthfully a lot. So, and Midnights, I can't wait to hear that. So,
yeah, but no, I actually, because there were a lot of jokes made about her in the early days, like,
oh yeah.
About like every time she got with a guy, it'd be like future song title.
Yeah, future song topic right here.
Future song, because she wrote a song about all her breakups, going, "Oh, new boyfriend," or should we call future hit song?
Yeah, right. After all, we are never ever getting back together. You and I just whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of do like that song. We are never ever.
It's a great song.
But and she just seems so sweet though. She just seems really sweet.
Yeah, I mean she's I mean I respect her enough as an artist, so.
And you know what also I love that she's able to make fun of herself, that she made about her squeaky clean image, she made fun of herself, which I can respect that.
Yeah, look what you just made me do.
Yeah, but also we all know that what really it put her on the map, but she was already on the map. We all know what it was. Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm going to let you finish, but Beyonce had the greatest music video of all time. Yeah, screw you, Kanye. Nobody likes you. Go away.
Your name is Yeez Us.
No, like the VMA Music Awards, like, to be honest with you, that was like the most normal thing that's happened at the VMAs.
That's actually true.
Because you've had people get into fights backstage. That was actually probably the most normal thing that happened at the VMAs. What you think about it?
I agree.
Kurt Cobain and Axl Rose get into a fight. We talked about that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, from Guns N' Roses and Nirvana.
What Kanye West did to Taylor Swift, that's probably got to be the most painful thing that happened.
Yeah, I'd say so.
But now, like I said, like Beyonce, love her or hate her, I do have respect. We all know the story when she won her video, when she won her award. She said, "You know what, Taylor, come back up, finish your speech." But no, Taylor Swift is.
Yeah, I'm sure Jay-Z is looking at like, why are you hitting on my wife, Kanye? What's going on?
That's like that happened at the Grammys a few years later. He goes, "Hey, dude, hands off my wife. I know Kim Kardashian dumped you because you're a psycho, but please stay away from me and my wife."
Yeah, if you want to piss off Bill, you can reach him at 1-800-GOT-BILL and talk to Kanye West.
Do not. You know what? I have some very sad news for you all. I am going to be moving in the next 2 days. So
exactly.
So Kanye cannot contact me. I will be moving to an undisclosed location, and I instruct the IRS to send all the things I owe to them to JT's house. So
thanks. Now Yeezus is going to come to my house.
What was that?
Now Yeezus is going to come to my house.
I instruct all bills I owe and everyone who wants to kick my ass. I instruct you to all go to JT's house.
Oh my God! All right, well there goes
I'm
that.
just kidding, buddy. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that to you.
How does this relate to Taylor Swift? What's going on?
I don't know. It's us.
It's us.
Yeah, but no, I really do like Taylor Swift. Like I said, I used to make fun of her a lot because, new boyfriend, future song topic.
Yeah, exactly. And then sure, she's like, nah.
Yeah, but that joke is so 2010. It really is.
Yeah.
You know who she actually used to date? Here's an interesting thing. She used to date Robert Kennedy's grandson for a while.
Really? I didn't know that.
This has been, we haven't done this in a while, actually. This has been Random Facts with Bill. Random Facts with Bill.
Ow!
And if you guess what song that's a parody of,
I'll give you a hint. We talked about them on this podcast. That's all I'm going to say.
What do you win?
You have, if you guess that right, you have the free and you're the direct winner of a 1-800-GOT-BILL t-shirt signed by Bill himself, and we're gonna mail it to your address. Kid you?
And also, you win something even better.
Will they win, Bill?
My respect.
Yes, they win his respect.
But anyway, yeah. So Taylor Swift. Well, what did you think before we go on to the next topic? What did you think about when she went from country to
pop
to pop music?
I think her pop stuff is actually really good. I'm a big fan of the pop stuff. I like shake it off my ex. It brings a smile to my face. So
yeah, you know what? You come on, all you guys out there, you secretly like a Taylor Swift song. Come on, there's no shame.
There's no shame in liking T Swift, guys. She's
we don't
great.
Judge. We don't judge.
There's no judgment here. No judgment. So, but yeah, bottom line, Swiftie, we love you. You're awesome. You are welcome on our podcast anytime if you reach this.
Please come on.
We'd love to have you on. I love to ask you questions about how Folklore and Evermore came about in your mindset to do something. It's very fascinating to me. Anyways, I digress. But yeah, it's Taylor Swift, everyone. We love you. Who do we got next? Let's see. Oh, Bill, how could we not talk about that? Well, we could have brought them up last week, but I'm glad we're bringing them up. They had more success now than they did initially.
And?
Oh, are you ready for this, Bill?
Let's hear it.
We're going to talk about Moron 5. Did I say Moron? I meant Maroon 5.
Maroon 5.
Yeah, that band that claims that they're not a band anymore.
What are they if they're not a band?
They're just Adam Levine being a psychopath at this point.
I wouldn't call him a psychopath. Maybe a douchebag, but not a psychopath.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? But bottom line, Moron 5. And I'm not
Maroon
saying
5.
Excuse me, Moron 5.
You know what? Since we didn't talk about them last week, I think it's fair that we talk about both their works from that decade and the decade we're discussing.
I was thinking the same thing. So here's the other one. And folks, I say Moron 5 about Maroon 5 because here's the deal. I'm actually a big fan of them. I went through a Maroon 5 phase, ladies and gentlemen. And from Songs About Jane to It Won't Be Long Before Soon to Hands All Over to Overexposed, which was great, to the first half of V and 5, whatever it's called, and then I stopped listening to their stuff from there, except for like 1 or 2 songs from Red Pill Blues or Geordie. Geordie was terrible. Just saying, don't ever listen to that album. I'm not kidding. It was awful. We did a whole episode on our other show, Career Retrospectives, talking about that one album, and we roasted them. It was that. Do not listen to Geordie. Geordie might be one of the worst releases I've ever heard in my life. Worse than Metallica's thing with Lou
Geordie.
Reed. Yeah, Geordie. It had 2 hit songs on it, and that was it. It had Beautiful Mistakes, which was really good. I like that song a lot, and Memories, but Memories is just depressing to me. And Maroon 5.
Well, that song was played at Kobe Bryant's memorial service, so that makes it even more depressing.
It makes it very. It's just a depressing song. But Beautiful Mistakes was I like that song a lot. But outside of those two, that album is just terrible, terrible album. Red Pill Blues ain't that much better.
You know
Like,
what?
it's
I'll
funny.
be honest.
Yeah. Hold on one sec.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go on.
Really quick. Jordy makes Red Pill Blues look like American Idiot. Bill, did you hear that? I'm not sure where Bill was.
Sorry, I'm right here. I was
Okay.
getting me some ice cream.
Okay, go. Snack away. But look, Jordy makes Red Pill Blues look like Green Day's American Idiot. It's
Really?
that bad. Yeah, like those two records are terrible. Long story short, I'm a fan of everything before this time period of 2017 prior Maroon 5. It's my favorite Maroon 5 song is She Will Be Loved. My favorite Maroon 5 album is Songs About Jane. And ever since that point, they, like, I can remember moves like Jagger on the radio. I can remember One More Night, Payphone on the radio. Because these were super high pop rock songs by a band that I really liked. And I will say Overexposed has a lot of really good songs on it. Outside of the big hits on it, like Payphone, like One More Night, like Daylight is my second favorite Maroon 5 song. I love it. In the daylight, whatever it was, I forget. I love that song. It's really solid Maroon. That's Maroon 5 at its finest, truthfully. But what so I'm not here to bash them, but I will say this. They were huge in like the world during this time. And they still are to this day. They're one of the biggest bands on the planet. The one thing that annoys me though is that Adam Levine's like, oh, we're rock music is nowhere. I just said that it's not because we just saw the Killers and it was a sold out show. Just saying. So he's wrong for saying that. And he was pretty much a terrible human being afterwards. And now all this stuff's coming out about him now, but whatever. But if we're just talking about the music though.
And listen, whatever. And I just want to say, whatever Adam Levine does in his personal life, it's not our business.
Exactly. He's got more.
Listen, we don't condone what he did, but if that has been going out that he's been cheating on his wife, he's been fooling around. Listen, I don't condone what happened, but what's going on, that's between him and his wife. That's nothing to do with us. We're just here to talk about his music.
Yeah, I would not call them a pop band. I would call them a pop rock band. Because if you think about it, if you go back and you listen to Songs About Jane, you listen to She Will Be Loved, This Love, Harder to Breathe, Sunday Morning, Tangled. You go back and listen to that album. It's not a pop. It's actually a hard-hitting album. And because of the single of She Will Be Loved and also This Love, those things, you know what I'm talking about, Bill? This love has taken its toll. Yeah, it's such a great. I still hear that on the radio today. They are one of the biggest selling pop rock bands out there. Now, will they have? They just announced a Las Vegas residency too. I'm curious to see what they play because I think the backlash of Jordy really got to them after a while. So,
okay.
Go ahead. Your turn. Sorry.
I think my thoughts on Maroon 5 are, if not the same or very similar to yours. I like their earlier stuff better.
I agree too, 100%.
My
favorite album of theirs. My favorite album is Songs About Jane.
Yeah, I really like She Will Be Loved. I like Harder to Breathe.
That's
I like
such
This
a good
Love.
song.
As we go on, I like One More Night. That's an okay song.
I like that one too.
Like a recent song that I kind of like. I like Maps.
Oh, I forgot about Maps. That's so good. I love that song.
Leads to you. The map that leads to you.
And Sugar.
Sugar's a pretty good song.
Animals.
Baby, I'm praying on you tonight.
Hunt you down, eat you alive, just like
That doesn't sound creepy at all, does it?
Nah, a little bit.
That was sarcasm.
Sorry.
Um. Anyway, 20, but I don't know. Recent years, I don't really like their music from recent years. I think they kind of sold out.
Yeah, I wouldn't just say that they sold out. I would say that their last two releases are terrible.
Because I think they went more, I'll be honest, they went more pop.
Yeah, or R&B or whatever. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, Red Pill Blues was just. I mean, I listened to them a lot, and I was like, why am I listening to this? This is not good. It was such a shift. It was such a. Also, the featuring stuff on there was terrible. Like featuring this rapper, featuring this rapper, featuring the. No one cares. It was terrible.
Yeah. You want to know something? When we were talking about songs about Jane with This Love.
Yeah, what about it?
That song's a breakup song.
Oh, I know.
And that was actually, remember when we did the whole songs that are misinterpreted? We did a whole segment of songs you shouldn't play at your wedding.
Oh, that's one of them for sure.
Yeah, that was actually played at my friend's wedding.
Oh, I'm sorry, bud.
Now, I love them to death. They're awesome people, but I didn't know what that song was about until I'm like, huh?
Yeah, no, I understand.
But
yeah,
they went too popish. They sold out.
Yeah, and then Jordy was. I listened to it. I couldn't listen to it again. I can listen to Beautiful Mistakes and Memories, and that's it. I was in shock about how terrible it was.
But you've seen them in concert, though, have you?
I saw them. Actually, I saw them on my birthday in 2018. I forgot about that. Yeah. I saw them on my birthday. Yeah.
And how were they in concert?
Incredible. They rock so hard. It's insane. For a band that's such a pop-driven, radio-driven band, they are still a rocking band live. They covered Highway to Hell at one point.
Oh, that must have been interesting.
No, on one of their earlier albums. If those you got to find this. They covered Highway to Hell on one of their albums in 2002 or 3 or 4. It was a live album, but they covered Highway to Hell by AC/DC. I'm like, what? I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the hell?
I
couldn't believe it.
Yeah, and Adam, we could make your week a little worse from all the shit that's been going on. We could make your week a lot worse.
Totally.
But we're not going to. We could, but we're not going to. We're nice.
We could, but we're not going to.
We're too nice for that.
Yeah, we're way too nice.
Yeah, I like the earlier stuff better, though.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the earlier stuff. I mean, songs about Jane is like just, and
Jane,
she will be
Adam Levine's ex or something.
Yeah, he wrote songs about his ex-girlfriend. That's a lot of the songs that album was about. So, but yeah, bottom line, Maroon 5 is a very, very successful act, but I hope to God that their next album is better than their last two, because their last two was atrocious. But yeah, if you haven't already, check them out. They are very talented up until 2016. So, but yeah. So I got a live request, not from the chat board, but I got a text message from a friend from my. Shout out to you, Brendan Mahoney, for talking about Bruno Mars.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna talk about Bruno Mars for a second. I want to shout out to my dear cousin, who is a great family member, and he said, "Let's talk about Bruno Mars." Bill, first and foremost, do you like Bruno Mars?
You know what? I have an interested relationship with Mr. Mars.
Mr. Mars, tell me more.
Well, here's the thing. Remember how I've said, with something like Maroon 5, I like their earlier stuff better, but I don't like their later stuff? With someone like Bruno Mars, his earlier stuff, his later stuff, I actually like a lot of his, more from, say, 2014 on.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like his stuff from 2014 on. No, some of his earlier stuff, "Just the Way You Are" is a nice song.
I mean, the Billy Joel one is better. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just
The
gonna
Lazy
say.
song, I could take it or leave it.
I will say he has a great voice.
No, he does.
He's very talented. I mean, I would say his voice is what carries a lot of his songs for me. But
I,
like, go ahead.
I really like "Locked Out of Heaven."
Oh, that's a great song, man. Oh my god.
Feel like I'm not out of heaven.
Yeah.
I really do like that song.
That's a
And
good one.
I think my sorry, go
Uptown
ahead.
Funk.
I think it was slightly overplayed.
I agree it was overplayed. I still like it, but it's definitely overplayed for sure. What up, what up, what up, what up, yeah.
No, believe me, just watch.
I felt that song was meant to be used for T-Mobile commercials.
It kind of was. My favorite Bruno Mars song, it's got to be "Treasure."
Yeah, it's a good one.
Treasure, that is what you are.
Yeah,
And it's kind of like a breakaway from his like pop style and more into like this soulful like R&B type stuff.
Yeah, and I will say you can't emphasize this enough. His voice is just so good.
Now he does have a very good voice.
Like he really like, yeah, his voice is just really, really good. Truthfully, I like it a lot, especially like when he sings like "When I Was Your Man" and stuff like that. I mean, he's got emotion.
Yeah, that does have a lot of emotion.
Yeah, Mr. Mars. It's pretty funny. He's kind of like the modern day Michael Jackson in a sense. Not like in some aspects. Yes.
Choose your words very carefully, my friend.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, yes, but not nowhere near the stature of Michael Jackson.
Yeah, because that is.
I mean, like vocally wise, yes. Vocal wise, yes.
I can see that.
But like as far as his popularity, Michael Jackson's still on top of the world as far as we're concerned. So, but yeah. Bruno Mars, what can you say?
Yeah, I do like him. I kind of like his more recent. I kind of like everything like post 2014 with him.
Yeah, I nothing even like what's the one? Count on Me. I'll be there. No,
not a fan.
Okay,
that's you like the song? No, it's okay. What do we always say?
It's cute. It's for what it is.
Okay, you know what? It is kind of cute. It's I don't know. I think because I kind of discovered that song when I was in a not good mental state. So
all good.
I kind of affiliate that song when I was in that not good mental state. So this has been my apology tour. Thank you and good night. So anyway, yeah, I like Bruno Mars. I could take him or leave him. All right, what's next on the docket?
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
How could I mean? There's not really much we can go off on them. I'll tell you, I'm looking at my list on my phone, and I made for this. But I want to touch on someone who, in the 2010s, there was a lot of female singers that were actually really popular. I want to touch on just a couple really quick.
Yeah, this is for the ladies.
Meghan Trainor.
This is for the ladies.
Yes, ladies, we love you, Meghan Trainor. God, she's gorgeous.
She's really cute.
Yes, I'm a little jello, but this Spy Kids guy. She's great. She's got a really good voice. What's up?
The song All About That Bass kind of had to grow on me because I figured out what it was about. It was about like body positivity and being good with your body,
I'm all about that bass. Yeah, I can see that.
She has a kid now too.
She does. She has a little baby boy.
Oh, I'm sure she's a good mom. But anyway, no, she is. I do like her. You know what song I don't like by her? I'll be honest.
Which one?
Dear Future Husband. And for one reason. It sounds like Dance With Me Tonight by Ollie Morse.
Bill, I love that song.
What, Dear Future Husband or Dance With Me Tonight?
The Dear Future Husband. I'm sorry. It's such a good.
It's the exact same melody as Dance With Me Tonight. Listen to both of them back to back. They sound so freaking similar. It's not even funny.
All right. Fine. I will listen to them before the end of tonight. I will do it. Don't worry. Or tomorrow.
Listen to them back to back and tell me if I'm right.
I will definitely do that.
Okay,
But yes,
let's get back on topic here. What
yes,
other
Bill.
songs do we? Okay, what other songs are there by
All
Meghan?
about the basic. No, my name is no.
No, my name is.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good. What was what's that one called? I'm trying to think of what it's called. Don't tell me. Oh, Me Too. I love that song, dude. Me Too is like, if I was you, I'd wanna be me too. Wanna be me too.
Oh, I've
my
heard
God.
that.
So good. She's so great.
She really is.
Meghan Trainor, if you're out there, you're incredible.
Yeah, she is. And she's really cute too.
Very. Yes. But yeah. Anyways, Meghan Trainor is one of my favorite female singers, just in general, like, of contemporary music. That is, she's got a new album coming out too. It's called "Take It Back" or whatever. It's coming out soon. I'm so excited about this. Her past couple releases have been like just so fun, and I'm like, I can't wait. It's gonna be good. So yeah, I'm a sucker for her. But yeah.
And you know what? There's no shame in that, my friend.
No shame. But yeah, Meghan Trainor, fantastic pop artist today, who I really just yes. All right. Before we go any further, I have a couple of the female artists. Can I list them off for you?
Sure.
All right, cool. I want to see if you know what I'm talking about. Katy Perry. We forgot to mention her.
Okay.
No, there is no hatred. She is incredible. I freaking love this woman so much. She is just an incredible singer. She's got incredible pop music, and it's great. You cannot deny the power that is Katy Perry.
Okay.
I mean,
I
look,
like Firework.
Teenage Dream, that album.
Oh, that's a good one. I do like Teenage Dream.
Yes. I will say this, though. The album Teenage Dream is the best pop album of the 2010s.
And you will stand by that?
I will stand by that, because how many other albums by pop artists were that successful with the whole album? And I talked to my cousin. She's like, well, I'm like, no. Really, do your research. Teenage Dream might be the best album. The album, not just hit singles, but album by a pop artist in the 2010s. Prove me wrong, everyone. And it is. It's one of the best ones. Seriously.
You would say that?
It had like literally 7 or 8 hit singles on it. Out of 10 songs. Like they were like California Girls, Teenage Dream, Last Friday Night, Firework, The One That Got Away. And what's the other I can think of?
You know who allegedly that song, The One That Got Away, is about?
Tell me more.
It's allegedly about Josh Groban.
Really? I'm just going to say this. I don't really care what people think about me about this. When I listen to Katy Perry's The One That Got Away, I cry every single time.
Yeah, it's allegedly about Josh Groban because they may or they may have not dated.
Right.
But he said, her and I are very good friends. But they never really said if they dated or not.
Okay.
None of them said, but allegedly The One That Got Away is about Josh Groban.
Okay. All right. I mean, I was not aware of that, but yeah.
This has been another rousing edition of Random Facts with Bill. Random Facts with Bill.
Ow! Yeah, but, I mean, Katy Perry, if you're out there listening to this, I love you as well. You're incredible. Your pop music is just flat out awesome. There is no denying about how perfect your pop music is. There's that. But yeah, Katy Perry, prove me wrong, everyone. Find a better pop album from the 2000s and the 2010s, a whole album that is cohesive, that is incredible by pop artists, that is not just singles, one or two singles and a bunch of filler. That album, Teenage Dream, is incredible. It has a lot of some depth to it. Like the one that got away makes me cry so much. It's incredible. Stop it! I'm gonna cry.
Okay.
Firework, baby, you're a firework, dude. Come on, you can't get.
What about Roar?
Roar? Oh, how can we forget Roar? That's not on that album, but yes, Roar was awesome. That album, that song, that album, that had Dark Horse on it as well, which is a good one as well. But Teenage Dream, I go back to a lot, truthfully, and that's coming from a guy who's like a hardcore metalhead at some points. Katy Perry's great, just a flawless individual who has a lot of success with pop music. She's awesome. But yeah, I freaking love that album, Teenage Dream. It was my 2009 or 10. It was crazy.
That was your 2009, 2010.
That was my 2010. I remember that on the radio. I was like, let's go party. Last Friday night. We were it's like, oh my God, yes. Hell yeah. All right, we got one more female, two more female artists we got to talk about that I want to bring up tonight.
Okay.
All right, Bill.
That sounds good.
Are you ready to discuss this person?
I should be.
Demi Lovato.
Oh, I like her.
Yes, she is. I'm a huge fan of her music. I mean, like, she is just, and also her story as well. She's come a long, long, long way since, like, you know, like she went through rehab. She did a lot of mental health diagnosis stuff for her, and she really made a big comeback.
She had mental health problems too, and
she had a lot of stuff going on with her. She was very much like stuck with a lot of struggling mentally. She went through a lot of stuff going on in her own head and in her own personal life. So she finally came. I watched an episode of this might sound pathetic, Bill. Yeah, but I watched an episode of Dr. Phil with her on it, just so I could like understand her story a little bit more.
You know what? That's always understand things. Understanding things is good, but now, like, you know, I used to just brush her off as she's a typical teen girl singer, Disney, because she got her start on in the Disney Channel movie Camp Rock, the Jonas Brothers. Which, do we want to talk about them or not? No. What do you think?
No. We'll just say it. The Jonas Brothers. The end.
I'm sure that they seem like nice people, but
I'm sure they are.
But yeah, no, Demi Lovato though. I really like the song "Confident."
Oh, that is a great song, Bill.
What's wrong with being confident? Whoa, what's wrong with being? Yeah, what is wrong with being confident?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. But nah, I really do like it. She's not bad looking either.
She's fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, she's what other Demi Lovato songs are there?
There is hold on, there's some stuff confident, cool for the summer. Sorry, not sorry.
Heart Attack.
That's the earlier one. Tell Me You Love Me is a great song. I love that song. I will tell you that. Demi Lovato, I will tell you that I love you. The saying.
Anyway, I really, but you know, I do admire her when she was, you know, opening up about her mental health and her her problem with drugs. And like, I remember and this makes me a little heated. When she was I think she was playing at the Grammys right after her whole thing, and she got out of rehab, and she was playing at the Grammys.
Yeah.
And she started the song, but she got a little choked up and she had to stop and start again. There were people online, and you know what? I don't like talking about online trolls, but you know what? I think it's time they get a well-deserved tongue wagging from me. Like, they were all saying things like, it's a hell of a drug. Like, what was it? Cocaine or heroin or whatever it was. I think it was heroin.
I
Heroin's a hell of a drug, isn't it? Demi Lovato's a drug addict. I'm like, I just want to say to you people who are watching this tonight, shut the fuck up. Seriously. Sorry, JT.
You're good. Go ahead.
Seriously, shut up. Get a freaking life. Seriously. A girl, yeah, okay, she did some things that maybe aren't the best, but you know what? She's come back. She's recovered. And what, you're going to sit here and laugh at her how she could have died? You know what? A friend of mine who's a big Demi Lovato fan, my friend Amanda, if you're watching this is for you. She posted, and this is the statement I 100% agree with her, because around this time, we lost Mac Miller.
Oh, right.
To a drug overdose. She goes, you can't sit here and make fun of Demi Lovato and scold her for a drug overdose and then go around and say, rest in peace, Mac Miller.
That is 100% true.
Because it's a double it's a total double standard.
Yeah.
It's like Demi Lovato, what a druggie. But Mac Miller, oh my God, rest in peace. Like, shut up, people. Just shut the hell up. Like, yeah, no, rest in peace, Mac Miller. Obviously, like, nobody deserves to go that young, absolutely. But
no, not at all.
But still, don't sit here and poke fun at this poor girl who's going through mental health stuff, drug stuff. Don't pick on her. But I will say, the Grammys, when she bounced back, I get it was emotional. She hadn't been on stage in a while.
Yeah.
She hadn't been on stage in a while. And you know what? I think she bounced back very well. And the next week, she sang the national anthem at the Super Bowl and she knocked it out of the park.
Yep. She told all those trolls basically to go F themselves.
Yeah. So I like, when I say I'm a huge fan of her, not particularly, but you know what?
Yeah.
I do like some of her songs, but I really like her resilience, how she can bounce back. Like, that is something I will respect about her 100%. But I will admit, one weekend when I was away with Justin, I had the song Confidence stuck in my head the whole weekend. Not kidding.
Oh, God.
You wish you were a fly on that wall, don't you, JT?
Sort of, not gonna lie.
You wish you were a fly on that wall, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be like, yes, I'm going to follow Bill around the Connecticut Center and listen to him constantly sing Confident as he's going to go crazy. He has it stuck in his head. What a great weekend. But yeah, Demi Lovato, I do like her. Her music's good. And she just seems so nice. And everyone, please don't go after her about her personal issues. Please don't.
No, it's not your place to do that, first and foremost.
Yeah, who are you people to sit in judgment?
Damn right.
Yeah, and please, if you're gonna troll her on social media, get a freaking life. Just get a life.
Absolutely, completely. Man.
She's very, her music, good person, and she's very gorgeous too. She's very pretty.
Yes, facts though.
Facts.
Hey,
JTF, just
the facts, baby.
We just tell you the facts here on the show.
Yeah, we do. Hell yeah.
I do like her. Yeah. Anything else you want to say about her?
No, other than that, she's a big advocate for a lot of stuff, and she's on tour now too. So for her new album, so
good for her.
I haven't listened to it, but I heard it's okay. So
all right.
So all right, ready?
On our sacred docket.
I think we got like one or two more. Truthfully, I mean, we have time still, but I'm just saying, as far as like doing one or two more artists, though, I have really like one more.
I think listen. We have to talk about them. I know we don't have to. We don't want to, but we kind of have to.
Who? Oh, yeah. Wait, yeah. We'll save him for last.
It's time for a well-deserved. When we get there, it's time for a good fashion bashing. Who doesn't like a good fashion bashing? Do you?
Oh God, Bill.
You hate me right now, don't you?
I do not. I don't hate you at all. Don't worry.
Oh,
Um,
we're aside from doing this show, we're very good friends.
yes, we've done it for 99 episodes, and now we're like, God damn it, Bill. No, I'm just kidding, everyone. But
and you haven't killed me yet.
no, I have not. Nor would I. Nor would I. But bottom line, let's talk about Shawn Mendes for a second.
Okay.
Can you get behind Shawn Mendes at all? The dude is really. I like his stuff a lot.
I never guessed you would like his stuff.
There's nothing holding me back. And what's the other one?
That's actually a guilty pleasure of mine, and
I'm
really sad that I didn't talk about that when we were talking about guilty pleasures. Because you know what, it's a little embarrassed.
It's all right.
I like Stitches.
Stitches is good.
And that song with Camilla. Call me Senorita.
Senorita.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Ain't Nothing Holding Me Back. I actually really do like that song.
It's a good one.
Follow where she goes. It's just a fun song.
It is. He's really. I mean, you know how they found him?
How do they find him?
The record company found him on Vine. You remember
Vine
that?
doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't. So now we have TikTok, which sucks, by the way. But Shawn Mendes, as far as I really like. I mean, he's got some really good stuff going. He actually did a cover of Bruce Springsteen's "Dancing in the Dark" recently, which I thought was pretty cool. So,
oh, I gotta listen to that now.
It's on YouTube. He did it for Tommy Hilfiger, apparently, too.
Really?
Just saying, represent the Tommy Hilfiger banner.
Not sponsored.
We're not sponsored, but you can contact us if you want to at 1-800-GOT-BILL.
Got Bill.
Yes. But Shawn Mendes is an artist actually I really like a lot. He's really something. I think he's going to be a big star in the next like 5 or 6 years too. I mean, outside of his most recent releases and stuff like that, he's doing a good job overall. He's really talented, so I get behind him a lot.
You know, a friend of mine, she actually went to Canada a few years ago.
Okay.
And she actually went on this because he's from Canada, going from where he was from and everything, and checking out his hometown and everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, it's a little fangirlish, but you do you, I guess.
Right.
But no, I don't know. Like I said, there are a couple songs I do like by him.
Yeah, he's pretty
like
good.
I said, I really do like Nothing Holding Me Back. Like, I will bop out to that with no shame.
Yeah.
I will literally bop out to that with no shame.
Yeah, I mean, he's really talented. He's really good. I like him a lot. So it's all I can say about that.
Yeah,
all right. We missed one.
Oh, we missed one
for a female artist, but she debuted, I think, in 2018. So we're getting towards the end of the decade now. But Dua Lipa, do you know her stuff at all?
A little bit.
I mean, dude, she is really great. And this album, Future Nostalgia, it's such a fun pop album. It's so fun. Oh my God, I'm like dying right here. She's great. I think she's going to be a lot more in the next couple of years too. She's being featured on a lot of other songs as well. But yeah, she's incredible. Her album, her most recent release is great. She's just an incredible pop artist. The one disappointing thing is that she lip syncs in her concerts.
Yeah,
it's true.
That is kind of embarrassing.
Like, I kid you not, this is a true story, everyone. So Dua Lipa was performing somewhere. She dropped her mic and the sound was still coming out of the speakers of her voice.
That's embarrassing.
And it's very embarrassing. So the song was, and then she drops the mic, picks it up, and everyone starts applauding. Oh, you dropped your mic. And they just completely lost. She wasn't even singing, which is crazy. So, but yeah, I really like her stuff. I just wish that she would actually sing. But that's me.
No, I don't know if I know any of her songs off the top of my head.
I mean, Don't Start Now, or Levitating, or Break My Heart. Those are really good.
Those are really good songs.
Yeah, I don't know if you know them, but those are good, like fun pop songs.
Yeah.
We can go back to we'll go back to other pop singers in a second. I'm going on my list here, then I want to make sure I have my phone. There were some artists that I had on the tip of my tongue. I just forgot what they were. I have them on my list right here. So forgive me, everyone. Just taking a quick second. What was it? Anyways. All right. Bill and I have come to the point of the show where
We have to do it.
We have to talk about this person.
Or we can talk about another act that girls liked that is actually somewhat more tolerable before we get to that one.
Who?
One Direction.
Oh, I forgot about them. You're right.
See, I got your back.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about Harry Styles only because Harry Styles is still very, 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 very new. He's more of like a 2020s guy at this point. But
you want to know something? Like this is a band that really made me like when they were first big, of course, with you know you're beautiful.
I love that song. Just saying, don't hate on it.
Every time I heard that song on the radio, I cringed. But it took me a while to actually
like warm up to it.
Yeah, a lot of these artists, it took me a while to warm up to it.
Yeah, I hear you. I wasn't really following like the next big thing, you know.
Yeah, but then and then the song "Little Things." You know who "Little Things" was written by?
Harry Styles.
No, we talked about him earlier. Ed Sheeran.
Oh right. Oh really?
Yeah, he wrote that song when he was 17.
I didn't know that. Wow.
See, you're learning stuff tonight.
I sure am.
Yeah, but One Direction, like, they really didn't go that far.
They released like 4, 5 albums, and then they broke up.
Yeah. You know what song I actually like? The best song ever.
Because for some people, it actually is the best song ever.
And we danced all night to the best song ever. I knew every line.
Oh my God.
I wonder what the best song ever was.
Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen. We all know that. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Or Hey Jude by the Beatles. I don't know.
It could be.
Smells Like Teen Spirit? I'm just kidding.
Ugh.
Sorry, Bill. I'm just kidding, bud. But yeah, I mean, One Direction was huge. They're like one of the biggest acts on the planet at the time.
Yeah, they really were.
Niall Horan, you can call us. Just saying.
1-800-GOT-BILL.
Got Bill.
Yeah, but I wonder what the rest of them except Harry are up to.
Niall Horan has got some stuff going on. He's released a couple of solo albums.
My brother's girlfriend actually just saw Harry Styles at the Garden a couple weeks ago.
At one of his like 15 shows there.
Yep.
Yeah, Harry is pretty cool. He's become quite a successful act on his own.
He really has.
It's crazy how he could do 15 nights at Madison Square Garden and score it, you know?
He's become like the Justin Timberlake of the group.
Basically, he's become the more successful act of One Direction.
Yeah, he's become the Justin Timberlake of the group.
Exactly what you just said, yeah.
Okay. Are we ready?
Oh, God. Do we have to?
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women. Blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death. Amen. I'm ready.
Well, you knew it was coming.
We have to. We don't want to, but we have to.
We don't want to talk about Justin Bieber, whatever your name is, Bieber, but we have to talk about him.
Okay, here's a short version. He sucks. Thank you. Good night.
The short, but Bill and I have had serious in-depth discussion about him.
Yeah, we've had serious, thoughtful discussions about this.
We've literally talked about how Justin Bieber, his music, he was actually a decent person when he first started out, like 2010. Right, he was a decent guy then, right?
Yeah,
and his music sucks still. Baby sucks.
Everything never isn't terrible. I'll be honest.
No. The only two songs that I would tolerate by him are Sorry and Love Yourself.
Well, like, here's the thing. When he started out, like 2009, 2010, he wasn't. He at least was a nice kid, but his music sucked.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he became an asshole.
And then his music became okay.
It's so funny. When he was a nice guy, his music sucked. And then he became an asshole, and his music actually got better. I did like Sorry.
Yeah, and Love Yourself too. Those are the only two.
And Love Yourself.
And
then he reformed, became a better person again. Is now married to Alec Baldwin's niece.
Yes. Haley Baldwin.
And his music is just honestly there.
God help us all. The man is just terrible.
It's not good. It's not bad. It's just, it's there. It exists. It's music.
There's only a couple good Canadians that came out of Canada, and that's Michael Bublé and Bryan Adams. Justin Bieber's not one of them.
Rush.
I meant just solo acts, but yes.
Okay.
Rush is definitely a good band, though. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but yeah. So, and he technically married into the Baldwins.
Why? He's just why I hate him. I hate him so much, Bill. This is
Hate's a strong word, but like I said, he has been going through.
Never been a fan. I have never tolerated any of his music. I have never supported him. I have if his life. This is how much I don't like him. If his life was on the line, I was the only one around to save him, I would question it.
Yeah. No, to be fair,
like, come on.
To be fair, he has been facing some health issues, and we wish him well. I hope he's fine.
Absolutely, we hope you end up in the hospital. Of course, Justin Bieber.
We wish him the best, and we hope he doesn't get sicker.
Yes, I'm just yes. Go ahead.
But no, remember who he used to date at one point?
Wasn't it Selena Gomez?
Yeah, he used to date Selena Gomez.
Yeah, not a bad couple, of course, but still.
No, she's still really cute.
She is. She's really nice.
Yeah, she actually hosted SNL this year.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, and you know what I remember what the best part of her monologue was? It was actually kind of cute. It was, she was going off and she was single and guys were lining up going, I'll take you on a date, I'll take you on a date. And then I'm like thinking, I'll take you on a date. And then because as we all possibly remember, Selena Gomez was on Barney when she was a kid. And she said, you know what? When I get nervous, I think of the words of my former co-star. I love you. You love me. We're a happy family. So come on. You all know the words. And the whole audience is, with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too? I'm like, as much as I fucking hate Barney in that song, I gotta admit, that was kind of cute. It was, because she's freaking cute. I really do like her. And, God only knows why she ended up with him.
Yeah, she ended up with such a scummy guy.
Well, at least he's better now. At least he's better now. At least he's a better guy now. Yeah, I remember when they broke up, though. That was a big thing.
That was a big thing.
But anyway, but yeah, like I said, it's like now his, I think it's Bell's palsy or something that he has. And, I wish him well. I hope he recovers. But, yeah, it's just so weird that his music has just really changed. It went from music that every time you hear it, you want to just take a bat and blast the radio to he's an asshole. But his music now somewhat decent. So guess it's the win. Sucks he's an asshole, but hey, his music is actually listenable now.
Good God.
And here's a new hit from Justin Bieber. Meh.
Peaches. Remember that, Bill?
Yeah.
Remember we talked about the Peaches song?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Peaches? Are you kidding me?
Ghost of You isn't terrible.
What's that?
Ghost, I'll settle for the ghost of you. That song.
Yeah, whatever.
It's not terrible.
He's just not. I don't understand his logic as a human being.
But we know. You know who we can thank for discovering him?
Don't tell me.
Yeah, ready to blow. Watch out. Yeah, we can thank Usher for that.
Yes.
Thanks, Usher.
Yeah, thanks, Usher, for ruining our lives.
Is that why you really hate Usher?
No, I just don't like Usher at all because his music sucks.
But him discovering Justin Bieber is kind of the icing on the cake, isn't it?
You know what? Honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now. I said this once before, and I'm gonna say it again. There needs to be a mega song with just Pitbull, Justin Bieber, Drake, Kanye West, and on top of that, we're gonna put Usher into the mix as well. And DJ Khaled's gonna mix the whole thing together.
You just want to torture everyone's ears, don't you?
I want every verse. Each part. If someone gets a different line, like Mr. 305, whatever, and then
Mr. 305,
and then I want that abomination of a song to come out and just to laugh at it. DJ Khaled, if you're listening to us, do it.
We the best music.
DJ Khaled.
They had to make a statement that they're the best music.
We the best podcast.
Yeah, you the best. We the best podcast.
Yeah. You the best music. Not really. We the best podcast.
We the best podcast.
Damn right we are. Justin Bieber, you suck. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, you really do suck.
Yeah, sorry. I'm not sorry at all. I get it. Sorry, not sorry.
It's not too late to say sorry, JT.
Oh, it's been a long time to say sorry.
So, anything else?
I think we covered a lot of bases tonight.
Yeah.
So
we've got to talk about EDM, bro. Turn down for what do. Yeah, it's me, 2010 sideways hat frat boy guy. Turn down for what do. Oh, dude. None of that music you guys were listening to. No, this is real music. I remember we played at the frat house so many times freshman year, and we got so laid listening to that. Oh, it was so great. Turn down for what? Bam, bam, bam. He came back, didn't he?
No, he never did.
I told you to stay away. I hate that guy. I seriously hate that guy.
Don't let him out of your cage. So, but I think
he won't be doing just fine.
Yeah.
So,
anyways, I think we touched on a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So, that's episode 99.
We want to thank you all for watching and listening. However you enjoyed us tonight. Please sound off in the comment section below. This is our 99 for our mixed bag. Tune in next Friday. I'm going to make a post of this too.
Just a reminder.
Yes, Bill, go ahead.
Next week, we're going to be doing the show on Friday instead of Wednesday.
Why, Bill?
Because I'm going to be in Vegas.
Yeah, Bill's going to be in Vegas meeting his future wife, just saying. Well, we all know.
So if I come home with some mysterious woman, like, audience, I want you to meet my new wife.
Yeah, exactly.
I know a lot of you will have a lot of questions. But anyway, but yeah, because I thank you, JT, for being flexible and changing the date, because
of course.
Because like I said, if it was a regular run-of-the-mill show, I would have just said, yeah, call Justin, call Allie. I'll see you in a week. But it's the 100th. I got to be here for the 100th.
It's our 100th mixed bag. We've come a long way, ladies and gentlemen, from our first episode.
And we'll probably talk about this a lot next Friday. We just started this like randomly, just out of the blue in October of 2020. You just texted me like, hey, why don't we do like a weekly show in which we have like a topic that we talk about?
And you came up with the title from Mixed
Yeah,
Bag.
our first show was like, we didn't have a name for the show the first time. He said, okay, name to be determined. Yeah, and then like the next week, you're like, okay, we really got to come up with a name for this. And I'm like, how about Mixed Bag? Because we talk about a lot of things. So therefore, it's a
Mixed bag.
So we're going to have hopefully a star-studded panel next week.
Oh, yeah.
And no 2010 sideways hat frat guy will not be here.
Good. And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you guys know that Bill is correct. We're going to try and have a big panel next week for our 100th episode. I'm going to leave a post on our community tab on our YouTube channel, so check that out as well. And we'll keep you posted on there as well with what goes on. That is the day before my birthday, so it's going to be a big celebration that Friday going into that the next day for me, which I'm really excited about. But ultimately, guys, we want to do this for you, and we reached 99. We're about to reach 100. It's hard to believe we've come this long, this far. I'm blown away by this, and I want to. I always say this, but I don't think I've ever said this before. Bill, thank you for being my co-host when I needed it, and especially when I went on my road trip and when I was at a couple of shows. Bill filled in for me, and Bill is the man. So I want to give Bill just a nice round of applause.
Yeah, and I want to give you a round of applause because I've only missed one show the whole time we've been doing it. But when you guys, you do the same thing, you doing the same thing, finding people to fill in for me, and that's Justin and Allie. Awesome. I know it's like over a month, but still, thank you guys. And you know what? A lot of the guests who we've had on this show, and hopefully you'll see a lot of them next week.
Woo! We're reaching out to all the people that we had before, whether it be Zuck, whether we reached out to Danny Boy Reginald, who does the Sports Insanity podcast.
Shout out Sports Insanity podcast. We are on all platforms. I'm gonna text him again, see if he's free.
Please do. We had him on one episode. One episode. We had him on once. We want to bring him back for one episode.
The criteria is you just got to be on one episode and you're in.
Yeah, literally. If you're just on the show, we're gonna try and have Justin on. We're gonna try and have Allie or whoever wants to join.
Allie, I think she said she's in. So
good. Okay.
So at least we'll have Allie. Hemsley, that's a little up in the air.
Yeah, we've had Matt Hemsley on before, and he Dr. Matt Hemsley, the guy we keep
Dr. Matt Hemsley. Got it. I forgot his title there. Remember, he's one of the 3 people who we have to address by their titles.
Yes, exactly. But we're trying to have more people on as time goes on for our 100th show. So I might call my buddy Andrew, who has been on not Mixed Bag. He's been on our video game streams when we do that in the past. I might have a couple other people. We got some stuff up in the air, but we'll just tune in next Friday, October 14th, for our 100th Mixed Bag. We're all just going to talk and vent, and we're going to say how much we love doing this. And so it's been a hell of a ride so far, and I could not be any happier.
It's not over, folks. After next week, we still have a lot more to go.
We
after next week, we begin the road to 200. Yeah,
which is crazy how life just takes you certain directions. And I'm very, very lucky enough that all of our listeners, our podcast listeners, I check where you guys are downloading our show from all over the world. And I want to thank you all for listening to us as well, not just watching, but listening as well. I personally am in shock and amazed and feel loved that we have listeners of our content all across the globe. It means the world to me, and I'm sure it means the world to Bill too. But that's gonna do for this episode of Mixed Bag. Bill already did his Sports Insanity plug, as he always will.
And check out Thursday Night Gridiron tomorrow night.
Yes. And tune in next Friday night, October 14th, for our Mixed Bag 100th special. Coming later that day. We're gonna probably go for like literally 3 hours. I'm probably not sure about that, but we'll have to see. So I'm stoked. I'm excited, and Bill's excited too. So
I am so psyched, and we will let you know the start time and everything.
Yeah, I will. And when we figure that out, I'm gonna message. I'm gonna, like I said, make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, like us on Facebook, and not only that, but make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. And I'll keep you posted on the community tab of our YouTube channel as well. And I'll make a post on our social media as well for everyone to tune in for our 100th show next Friday. So, but for all of us here at the Super Review Show, we want to thank you for watching, and so stay safe.